Hello everyone and welcome to once again a little bit more on this whole VTuber drama. Now as you guys probably know, or at least I kind of started my channel by covering this up because it was just such an obscene situation where there's like a lot of side lingering gossip drama, if you will, between a few of the bigger Western VTubers. This is like Sinder, this is ShyLily, this is Bao, Nanoless, who is more of an artist, but they're all kind of intertangled, and there's a few other content creators that all kind of know each other or used to be friends and make content with each other, but then they all kind of like basically excommunicated Sinder. And then there was like, I'm not joking, around maybe 2,000 pages of Google Docs that came out. I'm not exaggerating. Cinder did like 1,000. And then there was like 4 other Google Docs, and there was pictures and drama. And then people are still to this day still infighting between all these communities. Now, I'm one of those people where I like to cover the gossip. I notice the gossip, and definitely shout out to all the VTubers out there who are subscribed here. There's actually quite a few, and every now and then people like either tweet at me, or like I'll see like cute little VTuber like avatars like my tweets, or even the comment section down below. So shout out to all the VTubers that are in this channel, because we do dabble quite a bit in the VTubing gossip, but I'm also covering all the normie people stuff too, because well, I'm a normie at the end of the day. But there is something that always keeps on drawing me back on in a whole VTuber gossip, because well, I'm not a girl. Believe it or not, I mean, believe it or not, especially in the VTubing sphere. But when it comes to this stuff, there's just always something. There's always some drama, and I'm not sure exactly why, but it's always entertaining to go and cover. So let's go breaking them down, and feel free to subscribe if you guys want, or put notifications if you guys like the gossip and tea. I try to be like chill over here, or as well of our own Twitter and Twitch down below in our upcoming VTuber debut, hopefully sooner than later, because I'm very excited for it. I'm just trying to let everyone know about the fact that it's like coming soon. Like I don't know, I can't wait. I'm still having some working stuff done, like being animated or animated, but nonetheless, people do keep on asking about that. So a VTuber topic, good time to cover it. But right now, we actually saw some intriguing things, because ShyLily has now had a brand new succubus design and the brand new model art. And it kind of stems into this whole drama. I'll try to explain it a little bit. But right now, people online are calling it out. So first and foremost, there's a few tweets, especially from, I don't want to necessarily say Cinder fans, because we're also even seeing people in the Cinder community that are like, hey, let's be mature, let's be chill, let's go and drop it, you know, at the end of the day. And then ShyLily kind of talked on it when she got really drunk, and that spurred up another wave of drama. It's just basically like, it's one of those things, or it's just awkward. Like, you know, these are all popular content creators that definitely have a little bit of a community mix, but as you guys probably know, when there's big communities out there, like content creators throughout all these years, there's a lot of infighting, or they really like Cinder, or they really like ShyLily, and that's when things get weird. But nonetheless, this tweet and a few other ones are sparking up, but once again, a bigger pullout, and I'm sure it'll get bigger and bigger throughout as I'm making this video. I'm not sure if I'll upload it tonight or tomorrow morning, but nonetheless, it's all relevant. Basically, there is this brand new art over here from Nanoless. And as I mentioned, Nanoless was involved in this drama. She was specifically called out by name, and there's a lot. Like, if you guys went through the bajillion Google page docs, it's really kind of up to interpretation. It's all over the place. But some people were mad because Nanoless was like gossiping a bunch, and then they were like, people were trying to have her make specific art, like models, just for people like Cinder. And then she also kind of like screwed over Bao a little bit, but then Bao, I think, is kind of chill with her. Dude, it's a lot. It's like 7 people in their personal lives at the end of the day, even a gossip channel. I don't really care as long as they're all happy and doing their thing. And it kind of seems like they're all trying to get to that point. Trying to get to the point where like, hey, we can take a breather. Hey, we can relax. Hey, I'm just doing my little stream. I'm doing my own thing. We even see Cinder being friends with other content creators at this point now. And it just seems like they're trying to move on, and just, you know, they're all making good money. Like, if you're making easy 6 figures being a VTuber, you want to keep that. You want to let it keep rolling. But nonetheless, Nanoless made this brand new model over here for ShyLily. If you guys haven't seen it, here you guys go. I gotta be honest, I'm not like invested in this drama, if you will. I just know about it. I'm just a gossip channel. I think this model art looks pretty good. Like, I always got to appreciate the artist out there. I got to appreciate the hard work they go and do. I, as a man, am also staring at certain things, like the lovely, beautifully drawn and rendered eyes. That's very beautiful. I love the color. It really brings out a lot of personality. And the ginormous. Okay, anyway, so when it comes to this stuff, like, you could tell this is a well-made model. There's a lot of artwork put into it. It's always a big deal when it comes to people and their debuts and all of that. Like, it is a lot of effort. It's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of planning, a lot of mental strain. It's a lot. But nonetheless, like because of this ongoing drama that's happened, people are number one calling out Nanoless, and number two are kind of like protecting or more so calling out for the sake of Cinder. I'm not really sure the best word to say it. Now, I do want to preemptively go and say, because this one person up on Twitter, if they ever see this, I'm sorry for roping you into drama, but I just always want to say this person right here is one like the nicest people on Twitter. It's a person who runs like the PyroPup account. This is like, kind of imagine like how these VTubers have like virus accounts and like fan accounts or whatever. Basically, this person's just doing it as like Cinder's little like pet. It's really cute. Like I've interacted with this person a few times. This person's very nice, very chill. You could tell they have a good heart. Like, I like people like this in the VTubing sphere. But even there, like with all this drama, which we'll get to in a second, they're like, hey, there's some people who have been attacking other creators like ShyLily and Nanoless in Cinder's name. Cinder herself has made her stance very clear in the past. She does not tolerate harassment or attacking others on her behalf. And she said it clearly, those who do that are not PyroPups. They're not like fans, not part of like their fan community, if you will. Now, that doesn't take away from other people holding people accountable. Like for me, I'm not necessarily a hyper fan of Cinder or like hyper fan of VTubers. I just kind of do my own thing. I do my own gossip. I do my own streams. I'll chime in because I'm a gossiper, but I try not to hate people. I try not to carry ill will. Like you just try to move on at the end of the day if I ever have drama with people. It's just me talking about stuff. Like I see VTubers, I see Hassan, Asmongold, all these people talk about gossip anyway, XQC, Aiden Ross, whoever it might be, VTubers nonstop. So like I'm just doing it just on YouTube, just whatever. But anyway, like they're saying like, hey, you are not a PyroPup if you attack people. You'll be permabanned if you go and harass other folks. And they're like, yeah, I can understand that emotions can run high sometimes, but I have to ask you to stop. You're not doing any good by pushing all this drama and gossip to everyone. And if something upsets you that much, you can't take it, take a step back, block or mute, and don't turn that frustration into harm, because if you walk down this path, there'll be no one waiting for you at the finish line. It just is kind of nice. They're like, hey, just try to be a little bit more chill. You don't have to harass people. But obviously, nonetheless, people online were always going to go and do that. So I just want to give a nice little shout out to the PyroPup person trying to be the voice of reason. That's sometimes hard in the VTubing sphere, as well as also in the gossip world. But I think you're just trying to be like, hey, things did happen. It's time to heal, let people move on. That's kind of how my take really for a lot of this stuff is. But also as a gossip channel, if more stuff will happen, I will talk about it because it's always entertaining to see like communities and the emotional, like I guess, back and forth of how people think and what's wrong and what's right. And it's entertaining for me. Not the drama per se, but how people react to the drama, the human emotions, if you will. And I think that's hopefully what a lot of people or people who subscribe to these channels appreciate, because I like the idea of breaking down these thoughts and opening up like a dialogue for people to leave comments down below and like say what they really mean, At the end of the day, maybe someone hates Cinder, maybe someone hates ShyLily. As long as you can say it like in a nice way, like you're not like, I hate this woman, then I'm okay with it. You'd be like, hey, I didn't really like how this situation handled, whatever, bygones be bygones. It's all about like how you respect these people at the end of the day. But nonetheless, as you guys saw, Cinder fans or people, I think they even said they weren't really a Cinder fan, just was more so a ShyLily hater, if you will. But they're saying some Cinder fans are really obnoxious people. I don't even need to be a ShyLily fan to see how annoying some of y'all are. Yikes, ... And this is only just a few hours old, already has like a lot of likes, a lot of favorites, because it's basically someone saying, hey, Cinder fans suck. Cinder fans are annoying. Cinder fans are bad. That's kind of why I wanted to show the PyroPup comment first before we go in the nitty gritty, because it does seem like there's a lot of tension, friendships, and probably millions of dollars, over time, over years, if you will, equity in gamer subs and sponsors, viewership, subscribers, merch. Like a lot of this stuff can add up to literally millions of dollars. Like it's a lot of money. And that's why it gets crazy, because, people are calling us out. So nonetheless, this person is kind of like generalizing, and a lot of the Cinder fans are like, hey, yeah, we don't maybe like Nanoless, maybe we don't like ShyLily, we went through the docs, like it's kind of flippy floppy, but like we don't think we don't want to really facilitate this, we want to move on at this point. So I just want to give also this person, so they don't get too much, hate, that even say they even apologized already. I apologize to the PyroPups for putting you in the same boat as this one person. It wasn't my intention to categorize all of you as bad or obnoxious. I know, joke, this person having Cinder's fan, just look through her whole profile to figure that out. So this person already apologized. If you are a Cinder fan or like whatever, don't be mean to Dee. She's apparently a pup. I don't know. We like dog girls here. Like dog women are nice. They're loyal, whatever. Maybe weirdly timed tweet. I don't know. I get it. Like whatever. But nonetheless, you're seeing just people are calling out ShyLily for copying Cinder. Or as well, if you kind of go through some of the tweets too as well, even there's Deja just dropping the family dropping soon, I guess. But people are like kind of calling this out, like from Fish to copycat. And people are calling out Nanoless for this. There's even a tweet over here saying that looks familiar, as I have, once again, Cinder's tweet over here. People are making comments on the which they are for sure. Also, other people are saying, hey, this is absolutely stunning artwork. I'm not even kidding. This is like super cool. They like the design and all that. But once again, there's always going to be this weird like Cinder, ShyLily, like weird circle, ex-best friends, hate each other vibe. And it stinks. Like, once again, people are like, hey, I wonder what this design reminds me of. And also saying it's kind of sad how ShyLily hates Cinder, but tries so hard to be her. And, hey, I stopped caring about this a long time ago. Hell, every single person involved I've muted and removed from my timeline because I just want nothing to do with them anymore. And honestly, Nano, I'm going to do the same now to you. But didn't we have some gigantic, overblown, high school level mean girl cat fight that was dragged out into the public square for everyone to gawk at, where one of the supposed offenses was one girl copied another girl's VTuber design. And this was apparently so outrageous that her entire career and livelihood deserved to be upended for Cinder, I think. What are we doing here? Oh my god, you people have no shame and are not serious whatsoever. And other people also making comments saying, I think I've seen this from somewhere before. And people are saying this, now pivoting to more inappropriate content too as well. And just a lot of people, people are also saying you make great art. You did a really good job, Nano. You're an incredible model maker. And she is talented nonetheless. Like, this is a very well-designed design, if you guys know anything about VTubers too as well. But obviously a lot of people are kind of still a little bit sketchy. A lot of people are like supporting this though, A lot of people, this is gorgeous, this is well done. They cooked and it is good. I don't even want to be that much of a hater. I always appreciate the artists out there. It is good. A lot of people are saying this is good, but nonetheless, you are still seeing people saying, hey, wow, this is just Cinder, and it's causing this big community outrage once again. It's like, no matter what these people do, there's always going to be things out here as well. And also even people are being like, hey, so you never even read the doc. You never really cared to say what she had to say or breaking them down. And that also just has this lingering like trauma. Like people like ShyLily or Bao or Nanoless or a lot of these folks never really did respond to the 1,000 plus page Google Doc with pictures and images. And it's never been like they're entitled to, if you will. Like they don't need to, I guess, but that's also why there's like a trauma word for it, where it's like you basically just never have this closure. So all these fans, maybe a little bit extra parasocial, if you will, are always going to be comparing you now, always going to be judging you. And they are two big content creators with big communities that did overlap a lot. And there's going to be a lot of just awkward tension, almost no matter what. And this is, I think, where ShyLily was breaking down crying a few months ago. I did make a video on it. And I think this probably is why. Because you do have to take some accountability, not even for saying that maybe ShyLily did something wrong. Like, that's not what I mean when I say accountability, but more in the idea that like, hey, this happened, and then people are going to look at you differently. People are going to not like you, or if you do certain things around certain people that you maybe called other people out for, they'll hold you to a very high standard of being, like, as a person. And I think that's a lot of like what this Nanoless and ShyLily people maybe didn't understand, is that the internet never really forgets. Now, for someone like me, I'm not here to be like, oh my god, ShyLily is horrible, oh my god, Cinder is this queen, or vice versa. But at the end of the day, it does seem like the VTubing community still has this big vendetta against them all, and we can kind of see it. It's entertaining in like the bad sense, it's like we're seeing the fight unfold still, and it's kind of like, what am I really supposed to say, think? Like, that's why we're making this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below from my subscribers, or if you guys are new, whatever. But like, it is a weird spot to be in. Like, this is like now like a year-long drama, and I don't feel like it's ever going to get sorted, because from what I've saw from like little leaks and messages is that they did maybe try to talk a little bit, like, Cinder, ShyLily, but it just didn't really go that well. And sometimes that's just how friendships are. Like, you talk to a friend and be like, hey, like, want to work it out? Yeah. And then you try to work it out and it just doesn't work. Like, maybe just difference of opinions, political views, thoughts. Like, maybe they don't think what they did was that bad, or maybe they don't think that what they did should have happened. There's a lot of like what ifs in friendships, and that's why communication is really hard. And why I'm also afraid to be a man over here, because I do think men and women kind of think slightly differently. Not always, but like usually I feel like a lot of men, like if I have drama with men, we try to hash it out. Like, we just say it how it is. And it's maybe even sometimes me with relationships. Like, I'm talking to a girl I like. Little mini story if you guys care in the mix of this drama, but I even had a little bit of like an issue, I would say, with a VTuber. I don't really want to call her a VTuber because she's more of like a personal friend of mine. Like, I met her before I knew her as a VTuber. It's kind of weird. Like, I knew a woman and then I find out she's kind of a VTuber, like it's kind of like that type of dynamic. But nonetheless, I hold her to a very high standard. I don't see her as a VTuber, but for the sake of this VTubing video, she is a VTuber. She's more popular than I am. But we had a little bit of like a weird almost like communication lapse thing or whatever. I don't really know how to explain it from my guy's perspective. But like we were really good friends. We talked all the time. Then we kind of got a little tapered off a little bit, but I still like thought she was really cool. And then we like kind of somewhat like rekindled, but then it really wasn't, but kind of did, but kind of didn't. Like it was fine. And I was just like, hey, like I really do like talking with you. I really enjoy everything we've done, but like this is just not maybe a dynamic I want to keep long term. And yeah, that was a really awkward conversation to have, to bring up. But I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to keep on being that, like, you know, friendship as we will. Like to foster that relationship over time. But then in like kind of the rare instance as a VTuber, I'm just saying this is VTuber, once again, I kind of treat her more as just an actual friend, like she's my actual friend. But for the sake, it was just relevant. She kind of sat there and it was a really hard conversation on both ends to truly go and say like what we wanted to feel. Like it wasn't like some like, you know, confession or some like love thing, but it was more of like a, hey, if we want to like actually make this work, like how do we make this work? What is the actual root of this problem? Let's start there. Let's break it out on there from there. And then ever since then, yeah, there's still going to be a little awkwardness for it, or I still feel a little like weird, you know, ping of how I felt from it all, but the communication between is that we went through that awkward line that I did not want to go through for months, and it was kind of hurting me. But I sat there and I was like, hey, let's talk this out. I genuinely want to talk with you. I want you in my life. Let's talk about this. It's really hard to do that. But ever since then, I kind of feel like it's a little bit more of a shift. Like it really was a lot of emotions. It was a very long conversation. It was like multiple days for hours on end, and it was just a lot. It was a lot to like break down. But you have to do this to ever grow with people. And sometimes maybe there's egos there, or maybe it's too far gone. Because sometimes it's okay to take a complete step away. And I think that's where it gets really hard, because these community members are going to make these comments and call stuff out and everything. And everyone, like, you know, or just calls out, you know? Like people are saying this is probably a very hot take, but I'm not feeling this look personally, even calling out ShyLily's looks or whatever. People are being like, hey, Nanoless or ShyLily, what are you talking about? The only criticism you can make is that Nano had the same That's not even really a problem. If it was, what's that got to do with Lily? It's Nano's art style, bro. People are calling them Shy Cinder. When ShyLily's getting a succubus model, it already seems very sus to me too as well, because now she's copying Cinder's motif as well. It's just a lot. Like, people are saying you might be looking for engagement farming, you're holding on for a grudge for way too long. And like I said, it's just really hard to, number one, communicate these things and have an absolute resolution, because it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. And it stinks because it's like really popular content creators, and even like the big fans, like say this is ShyLily's virus account, as I'm just taking today off. I'm just not dealing with these people. I'm just done, because you know, it's once again a big drama bomb coming out. And it's also intriguing too, because I think even the ShyLily virus is even like some of my tweets and comments, not to say like they support every video I make, because I sometimes do have the occasional hot take, but it's crazy because both of the virus accounts, the Pyropub account, the ShyLily account, they're like good people. Like, they're nice, like they're involved, they care, they just have their like accounts they like at the end of the day. And they don't seem like horrible people. And same with a lot of the people in, say, like Cinder's community or ShyLily's community, but it's just so awkward because there always will be some drama between them. It's just a perpetual lingering stuff that probably will never get resolved. So it's a really weird spot to be in, and I almost kind of feel bad for all of them, you know, at the end of the day. So this was a little bit of a yap video, but yeah, just there's always something in the VTubing world. There's always something, especially with all these women involved. So give me your thoughts. I have no hate on any of these people. You know, when I went through the doc, I did kind of lean a little bit on Cinder. I kind of felt bad for her a little bit. And also that no one ever responded to her too, which is weird. It's just, here's all my feelings out in the open. And then, I don't know, maybe they're doing their own thing and they're all moving on. That's probably should be, because I'm not any of these women. And if I was, then I don't even know what I would even honestly do. Like I said, these conversations, ex-friendships, business stuff, it's very intertwined. It's very hard. I wouldn't even know what I would do. Subscribe if you guys are new. Give your thoughts down below. We have the Twitter and Twitch as well. Appreciate you guys all so much for watching. And yeah, that's all I kind of got.